Right, we're recording.
All right, the time being almost 6 o'clock exactly p.m., let me call this hearing of the Zoning Board of Adjustment for July 21st, 2015. It's no order. The first case that we have tonight is case 15-10. Just for an application for a special exception pursuant to zoning article Roman numeral 6 in appendix B under accessory uses, paragraph 2A9, to allow for the keeping of 3 horses at 612 West Main Street in the general commercial district. Tax map R26/24. The applicants are here.
Yes.
Before we start, are you Mr. Position?
No, Mr. Hall.
Mr. Hall.
They're the owners. We're purchasing the property from them, and the purchase is based on whether we can have the water for our horses when we're moving up. Bring the horses up.
Because we don't have a full board here tonight, of 5 members, 5 full members, one of them is in Southern France right now, which is it's incumbent on me to inform you that it requires 3 votes in favor to approve a video special exception. Should that fail, that can't be used as grounds for a rehearing. The fact that we did not have, if you accept to proceed, if you are decided to proceed. So the question is, are you okay with the 4-member board?
Yes, I'm okay with them.
Thank you.
Yes.
So let that be in the record. Do I hear any disqualifications? No. And for the record, I believe we had at least 3 members who went out and viewed the property, right? 2 used high tech to do it. And I'm not talking drones. I'm talking Google Earth, which is, I think, acceptable. Because back when the ordinance was written, they didn't have such a thing. They probably got a clearer view of it than I did.
Yes, we
But at any rate, if that's acceptable, we'll call it. So for the record, 3 members have at least, which is required. And now that all that's out of the way, let's go ahead and proceed, Mr. Hall. I think everybody's had an opportunity to look over your excellent submission here. Very nicely done. A lot of hard work went into it. Is there anything that you would like to add?
I don't think so. I think I hopefully answered all the questions that were presented to us. And basically, we came basically to answer any additional questions you might have.
So it's up to the board to ask you questions.
So
All right.
That's
I think that we maybe have one thing that we didn't, I don't remember if we actually put it in there, but one of the things we talked or told at least Dari about was our biggest concern was the manure, was, making sure that that was 100, I think it was 100 feet from the butters.
Absolutely.
And that we had talked to them about just going down to the, there's a Tractor Supply right there.
Yep.
So a lot of our family and friends actually use the manure as fertilizer, so
Good.
we're not too concerned
Those
about.
3 horses can generate a whole lot of manure.
And we were gonna put a free to anyone who was interested in it down at the Tractor Supply, so that we weren't really all that concerned about it being piled up and.
That means you're going to have to remove the privacy thing.
They may let us bring a pile down to the Tractor Supply place.
Pile outside the gate.
Well, if I might add, if you run into a problem with getting too much of it and you don't know what to do with it, I live about a half a mile from you.
Okay,
Right up Clark Road, and I've got 18 acres across the road, and you're welcome to spread it out there.
okay.
We have, and where I have a couple of neighbors, one that does sap, and I trade him syrup for, he comes by and picks up a load whenever he wants it. So we basically just offer it out there, I'm not charging for it. I just put a sign out there, so anyone comes, just give us a call. I even have a loader right back, I'll load it up for you. And
sounds like you have a good plan for that.
So, yeah, we had the same issue in where I wanted to make sure that I covered it.
Yeah, it is a big issue. And thank you. I don't see any other butters or anyone else here to testify for or against, am I correct? Am I missing anybody behind the pole?
No, we're all together.
So we won't worry about public sentiment then at this point. And I'll turn it over to the board. And if the members have any questions for Mr. Hall.
Chicken lady doesn't have any questions?
When I looked in there, I saw that shed along the boundary on the west side.
There's already a shed there.
Is that going to be removed or is that staying?
It's going to stay there, and we're going to build a barn next to that. And
So you'll be clearing more of that
yeah, behind that
the
shed. Yeah,
And
right.
that's the area that you're going to be using
For the pasture, not for the barn. The barn's going to be pushed out even with the shed, if not a little bit further, to make the setbacks.
I'll tell you, I think you got done an excellent job here. The only thing that concerns me is that a 70 wide by 150 feet long, I would almost call that a large paddock here. But 3 horses in there might eat that grass down pretty fast if you have grass in there.
Yeah, we don't, all our horses are actually fed day hay. And they've
I
always been
understand
way.
that, but no, I'm talking about potential for poor drainage and mud forming and something like that.
So that 75 by
150?
150 is actually a riding arena, I believe.
Okay,
Is
yeah.
that the one that I put there? That's
No, that's
Okay.
on the south side.
okay. That's not that. That'll actually have footing and drainage for the riders.
Okay.
As far as I moved the pasture further away, the 75 by 150, just in case it does mud up a little bit, so that the drainage doesn't go into the river. And the grass is pretty good there, so I'm not too worried. The horses themselves don't tend to move around all that much. In reality, we'll probably only have 2 there most of the time. The third one is actually boarded in San Martin right now. My daughter rides competition up there.
I see.
So we only put 3 in there, because if she potentially loses it for bad behavior, we can bring
Because
it
we
back.
currently own
Because
3,
we
but
own
only
3.
2 live with us, that's currently.
So,
That's
and-
So in other words, you'll alternate back and forth.
Yes.
If the pasture, so-called pasture, becomes a problem with moisture.
yes. If it does, then I've added sand before to help with the drainage. That's what I did up in
How big is the current pasture?
the current pasture they have now is 75 by 175.
And that's working out pretty good.
Yes. It's actually, it's the riding arena, they're actually turned loose in there a lot, and then they actually have a smaller paddock that's 50 by 50 that they usually, because they don't move around a lot.
Yeah, no,
And
if you're feeding them.
They tend to, and besides with the way the weather is, they tend to hide out in the barn anyway to stay cooler. So the goal with a little larger area was to give them a little bit area to move around if needed. But most of their exercise will be done in the riding arena. That's where we tend to exercise them.
Yeah, it's a beautiful little barn that you've done as well. And I see you've addressed all of the special exception criteria, the tests in there. Has everyone had a chance to review those? We don't need to read those.
Those are the applicable ones. Those are the applicable ones.
I don't have any other, I guess you call it concerns. Does anyone else?
You were gonna live there too, right?
Yeah, we're going to live there. We're moving up there. We're moving up for, my daughter is going to Winnisquam High School. She lives with her mom. We have 50-50 custody. So we're moving up to help her out with high school and to be a more part of her life, basically. While she's still got 3 years left of school.
Excellent.
And as Mike said, we're under contract to purchase it. We've essentially supposed to close the 31st, which is next Friday. But if you board horses, the one that is boarded now is $600 a month. So if we were to had to board all 3, clearly that's a financial impact, so that's why our purchase and sale is based on the allowance of the 3 horses, because it makes such a huge financial impact on
Oh,
us.
absolutely.
So so we have that, essentially this is the last hurdle to get to closing, the appraisal, everything else has been, there's nothing else that's hinging on the sale. This would be the only thing.
You're nice and close to Tractor Supply too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very convenient.
Well, that's a plus and a minus. It gives her a reason to go over there and buy stuff.
You actually have them delivered to the site.
I mean, you can't get much closer than
Yeah.
that.
I heard you said driving back there, you kind of get funny looks from people driving back in there. They're thinking, why are you going back there?
I'm familiar with the Brzezinskis. I've worked with them in the past, and you go back there, and you wonder, should I be here or shouldn't I?
Is there a shotgun aimed at you right
The
now?
first time you go in there.
You never know that property's back there, though.
No.
It's so beautiful back there.
No, it's the
That's
first time
right.
I've been behind that store complex, and it's great.
It's amazing.
Beautiful place.
Most of the employees that work in the other part of the plaza that were like staring. I'm like, just looking, it's okay. Kind of lost back there.
I want to see if you lock your doors back here. No, the site itself, I've been back there, and yeah, it's a perfect place to do what you want to do.
Right.
No question about it. I mean, there's absolutely nobody that would be offended by having an animal back there.
They don't even know what's back there.
That's right. I would say most people don't even know the Brzezinskis are back there.
Right.
The proposed use is ideal.
All right.
Well, the only other thing I was gonna say, the one thing I did before to help with the mudding, was we actually did drop I actually dropped electric fence across the paddock to weed out. If one area is mudding up, you'd move them to the other area, and then what you do is then you rotate them back to the other area.
Right.
That would help out, that also helped us out with the
You
mudding
have,
issue.
and you have the land to do that.
Yes, we can move it around, we
I
can
was
even
gonna
move
say
into
earlier,
the,
if you had to, you could make a temporary paddock somewhere else.
we can even move them into the riding ring area because that's all ground, that's all set up for that type of range,
Okay. So, okay, if there's no other questions for Mr. Hall, Mrs. Hall, I'll close the hearing to public sentiment, and board members can discuss this amongst themselves at this time. Okay, if we were to go with this, looks like we probably will. Do we need to specify any conditions?
I'm not thinking what you possibly have to consider that. It seems so clean.
The only possible thing would be the management of the manure, things like
I gotta live there.
There are options.
I don't know that, but the west side, well, actually, as the photograph shows, there's absolutely nothing there.
No, there's nothing here.
They've got all kinds of.
That's why I said that
Nothing there.
under other conditions, that would be a concern.
But the condition is already in the ordinance itself.
So, if you don't have any other problems or discussions, should we
Like
proceed
horses?
with
I love horses. I wish they brought pictures.
We did.
Of the horses?
Of the horses, actually,
Oh,
of the horses
sure.
that are coming.
Let us take a look.
You can show them the pictures
I
of
was
person.
gonna ask you what kind of horses that you did have. Not that I'm a horse
We'll take a
person.
2-minute break here so they can.
Not that I'm a horse person, but my neighbors have put their horses on that 18-acre piece that I told you about over the years, and they've always been more than welcome to put them over there, so I don't have to cut it as much.
You said you're half a mile away?
Yeah, right up Clark
He's up
Road.
Clark Road, across from that
As you
wall.
come out of
okay.
the shopping center, if you went straight across,
Okay.
Yeah.
and down about a half a mile up on the left, and a big open field on the right.
Okay.
And a house with 5 acres of lawn, which I could use some sheep out there.
All right.
Are these
I think so.
Oh, wow.
So that's the current barn in the ring. That's Chris.
Do you keep everything in the barn too?
Oh, yeah. My oldest one, the quarter,
Wow.
the quarter horse is
That's the one you
25 years
ride?
old.
Yeah.
I actually rescued him from Crawley Meat Market. He was on the meat market, he sold his dog food. And we went down to the market and we were looking for horses. He was a beautiful horse.
How old was he then?
He was, had him for
Yeah, we were riding
2002, he was
bareback,
like
so
7
our
years old. I've had him for
jeans were a
almost 15
little-
years.
And they were gonna,
Because he was a girl racer in Texas.
Oh,
And his
wow.
Tines were all cut up,
That's
so he was
awesome
lame.
picture.
They actually viewed him, when I rode him, they actually viewed him up, so he rode really nice.
She's
When
jumping.
they came off the trailer, when they delivered him, he fell off the trailer.
Wow.
So the vet actually came back and said, you should put him down. I said, we don't put anyone down. Actually, the other one we have, that's 5 years old, came out the racetrack, has been, lived in a
Yeah,
stall for
he's
8
very-
months because she
To be
foundered.
brushed.
So we had to ice her legs twice a day for 8 months.
no problem.
And actually, she's actually
Nice.
rideable now. That's what we did last year.
Really?
That's
Yeah, we
great
took her.
pictures.
She foundered in June. We iced her legs all the way through November, twice a day. And then the farrier came out every other week to trim back her toes. And she's at a point now that Megan started lunging her a couple months ago, and she's actually now rideable. But it
that
took
is
almost, it took
amazing.
almost a
God
year.
bless you guys.
But I mean, we bought her for like $500. Everybody says, put her down. Why? We don't. That's
I
not
know, it
our.
happens so much, doesn't it? Wasted.
That's not our
Mm.
our methodology.
Like that. Well, thank you very much. Okay, let us resume the meeting then, the hearing. Call it back to order, and we're looking for a possible motion here.
I would give you a motion to approve as applied for without any conditions.
Okay. Unconditional approval.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
Since you live in Barton.
Okay, we have a motion. You okay?
Didn't mean to bring the board members to tears. It doesn't mean to.
All right, now are we okay?
We're good.
All right, we have a motion to approve without conditions, as applied for. And it's been seconded. Is there any other discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, say aye.
Right.
Aye. Opposed? It's done. I declare it approved.
It's a done deal, you gotta buy it now.
Thank
Yeah.
you,
You're stuck now.
Good luck there. That's such a
Thank
Thank you very
beautiful
much.
location for that type of.
Yeah, it was nicely done, the application was great, so
Thank you.
good job. And sure you'll be happy back there.
That's very nice. Put the river there.
Yes, no question about that.
Can you hear the river in the spring
Yes,
after it's a serious
I
rainstorm?
think so. I mean, it's trickling, well, I shouldn't say trickling now, but it's, you can hear it at night.
Yeah.
What's really nice is set far enough back, and they did a well enough job with that fence and the tree line, you don't hear any traffic.
From
from
the,
the road either. So you get back there, it's hard to believe that there's any town even around you.
That's great.
Um,
Yeah, because the shopping mall, actually.
Right. And the people are right here.
That's on the south right there, way out there.
They did a really good job.
They have a ton of money in gas.
They could ride the horse to the.
maybe lose some weight too, doing a little walking. We're hoping.
That's the big thing. What's
Well-
everything now, waiting on everything. Now
We'd like to wish you the best of luck.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
Picture of Fred.
Oh, no, you can show that.
Fred.
Freya.
Freya.
The horse we
She's,
rescued.
this is the one that foundered.
We go back to their busy for just putting what was down.
Haven't had a whole lot to do,
I
have you?
like it, yeah. I bet you guys like it more.
Well, this was an 18-minute.
Yeah.
I have to stop back there for real. When the horses arrive, when she gets settled. Oh, nice.
All right.
Thank you.
Right.
Yeah.
So I guess my only question for our, do we need to put something in writing or anything to show? that,
Yes,
You will.
the decision will be typed up and
Okay.
signed and forwarded to you.
Okay.
Dory will take care of all that.
I'm not sure, I think we have to send it to our mortgage company.
Okay, so,
We're trying to do that,
But we don't close until the 31st.
okay,
so
yeah,
it's not a
we
huge
usually get
rush.
it done Like by Friday.
Yeah, you'll have it by the
We got 2 weeks to go.
You'll have it by the end of the week.
But you want it first.
Yeah, the 31st of November.
Okay, that is not a problem.
All right, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you for
Do you have my phone?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you think you're funny.
Final order of business tonight would be to review the minutes.
Thank you for all your help.
Yeah, no problem. Thank
Very
you.
Bye,
appreciated.
guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Have a good night.
I've reviewed
Thanks for
them.
being patient with the little one
No
too.
problem.
I've reviewed the minutes and found no issues whatsoever with them. Clean, very clean, very
Clean.
nicely done.
Shower.
How about you, Mr.
Good.
Fletcher? Do you have an opportunity to read them?
No,
Don't
I
vote.
have,
Abstain.
I'm abstaining. May 19th.
You read them. Oh, thank God, we have a quorum. Okay. Thank you, I do.
Yes.
It's you and me. There's others want to abstain. Jill would still prevail.
Abstain or abstain? Let's get, hurry up. We gotta run to the cars.
Too late, it's raining.
It is.
Oh, look at the wind.
Coming up.
Oh, yeah, it's coming down
Oh,
again.
jeez.
That's okay.
Yeah, the sun's coming down now, it's all over.
We're gonna have you be the
Uh,
chauffeur.
One at a time.
Chair
Oh, yeah, look
moves-
at the sun.
Wait a minute, it's not raining out there. It's blowing around.
That's weird.
I'll move to accept the minutes as written for June 16, 2015.
I'll second that.
And seconded by Joe. All in favor? Aye.
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 I'm too busy laughing at her.
Are you in favor or
Aye,
opposed?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right.
Anyone opposed? Okay,
I make a motion.
nice job, Derek.
Thank you.
We adjourn before we,
All right, that sounds good.
get to,
Motion to adjourn, seconded by,
Second.
always, yeah. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, okay.
6:22.
22?
that'll be a nice short set of minutes for you.
Yes.